Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to Forexample Trading. It's Friday, the 12th of October, and it's just gone 20 past 12 UK time, around 11:30 GMT for the purposes of our calendar. Now, today I'm pretty much fully focused on the yen. It saw a massive gain after news of Asian markets crashing. The reason that the yen gets stronger at that point is because Japan and China, but let's focus on the yen, they operate on a weak currency, and that allows them for greater exports. Exactly what Donald Trump's trying to do with the US dollar, but obviously China and Japan have been doing that for a long time. So their aim is to keep their currencies low. So when their markets crash, what happens is their currencies get much stronger, which is exactly what happened with the yen over the last day or so. So I'm going to focus on that. We've also had a massive move on gold. It went through the roof yesterday, biggest move that I've seen it happen for a long time. We're going to have a look at that as well. So today's focus really is on the yen, and what I'm going to try and do is aim the video around whatever currency is really in the limelight for that day. So today it's the yen for me, and I'm going to be looking at that getting weaker as the day goes on. It may not do that, so we have to be careful, but I'm just going to show you the position it's in at the moment. I'm looking at the CAD JPY right now, and that looks like it's going to rise. We're seeing flags on a lot of them, so we'll go through them. Now, if you do want to join us, you can join the free trading arena in Telegram via the link below. You can arrange a call with me if you want to join us in the full trading arena, and of course that includes the dedicated signals channel and 2 full Forex courses. The price for that is £249 for the 3 months, as it has been for some while. Still looking at 100-person capacity for that, which hasn't been reached yet, but I'm quite happy about the way the trading arena operates and the people in it, and that is the most important thing for me: quality, not quantity. So without further ado, let's move on to our charts. Now, first of all, we look at the strength meter here, and we can see here today this started off with the yen very weak, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar very strong, and the pound and euro very strong as well. US dollar's been sat around this point, so we might see a gain in the US dollar through today. So let's first of all look at the Dixie, and we can see on a 4-hour chart that it got down to this 95 level. Big moves on it throughout yesterday and the day before. Now it's down at this 95 level. It's picking up from this point. So if we break this down into an hourly chart, we can start to see there's kind of a flag formed here, and it is trying to break away from that point here. So I'd expect this to go up as the day goes on, especially once New York opens. If we look at gold, this was the move that happened yesterday. Absolutely incredible move on gold. And if you pick that up down here, I missed it, but if you pick that up down here, that would have made you some really good money. It went right up to 12.24. I'm just going to look back to see when the last time a move like that occurred. In one day, we've got to go back a long way here, probably. So we're going back to 2016 when we saw a move like that happen in one day. Yeah, tremendous stuff. If you got into that, then I know some of our clients did. One of our more experienced traders, very good at gold, so he gives the signals on that. I tend to stick to the currencies, but yeah, if you got in on that, then well done. Euro US dollar I always refer because it tends to move opposite to the Dixie. So this, we should see the dollar gaining against the euro. The US dollar gaining against the euro today. So back onto the yen pairing. So the one that I'm really focusing on at the moment is the CAD JPY, and you can see it's moved up off this key support point here. And if we show on a one-day chart, you'll see just how significant it is. There we go. So we see this is a key level here, and it bounced straight off it. I thought for a minute the way the yen was moving that it'd break through. It didn't. It's bounced up off it. So we're just waiting for this to really pick up. And you can see it did dip back down. I had a couple of trades that went against me. So you needed a very generous stop loss on this trade, on this CAD JPY. But it does look like it's on the rise now. On the 4-hour chart, we've got an hour left on this. So I'm going to see how this 4-hour candle closes. We'll see if we can take a trade from there. May come down again, but I expect it to pick up once it breaks past this point here. So we'll keep an eye on that. And it's the same story. There we go. There's a flag on the USD JPY on 4-hour here. So again, good opportunity. If this US dollar picks up, we'll see it rise, go right back up to here, 113,600, I imagine. somewhere around there. So again, it's just about being patient. An hour left on this 4-hour candle, so we'll see how that closes and the new one opens. Australian JPY is very similar to the New Zealand yen as well in its position here. And again, I think this is a key point that it's sitting at right now. So again, we wait for the 4-hour candle to close, hour and a half. That will tie in nicely with the opening of New York. And if the US dollar starts to strengthen, sometimes the yen and US dollar are correlated. They move in the same direction, but I don't think that will be the case today. So we'll just see how that goes. But yeah, there's good opportunities on all of these. So I'm just watching them all. Let's focus on these yen pairings. This is interesting because it did try and break through this trend line here, but again, just picking up. If we look on a daily chart, we'll see there's probably, there isn't a flag forming here, but there's certainly room for this yen to get weaker as we go into the later sessions this afternoon. So that's what I'm focused on. Pretty simple, really. Just a case of being patient for these 4-hour candles to close. This is an odd one. Again, I think we'll probably see the yen push right down to here, and then it'll pick up. But this is getting squeezed here. You can see lower highs and higher lows here suggest to me that there's a squeeze going on, and we'll probably see, moving on to somewhere around this area here, we'll see either a push down, which is what I suspect, or a push up, which could happen as well. But look on the daily charts, this is pretty high now. With the way the pound has been really strong as well, so there could well be a push up into this area beyond 148, which would be good for our trades as well. So it is all about patience. We just wait, which is what I'm going to do today. The CHF JPY is very interesting. You can see how it's bounced off this trend line again on a daily chart. You can see this a bit clearer. Look, it's literally rolling down this trend line here. So on the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart, we'll look at it again. That's 3 hours. And again, I imagine there will be a push. It has lifted up off this point. It's kind of going sideways now. So again, it's just a case of seeing how that pans out. This the Norwegian krona and the yen here, bit riskier. It's a lot more volatile, this pair, so I would stick to the majors, but worth looking at if this yen does gain, because there'll be a big drop from here. There you can see it there, but it does run with a lot more volatility, but we could see a drop down before New York opens. So again, one to watch, but this one is risky. It tends to move a lot more erratically, but you can see it is trying to break through this point here. We look at the currency strength indicator, that's what we've got to look at, and the yen still sitting weaker than its counterparts for most of them anyway. So unless we see a big shift and that yen gets weaker and the rest gets the yen gets stronger and the rest get much weaker, then I imagine this yen will get weaker, and then we'll see a lot of trading opportunities against the yen through this afternoon. So that's what I'm focused on today. Tomorrow may be a different story. Let's have a look what we've got in terms of events. Not much going on today, to be fair, and it is a Friday, so things tend to get a little less active as the day goes on, but we'll just see what this afternoon brings. But my focus will be on a weakening yen. All right, thanks for joining me. I'll see you again on Monday. Have a good weekend, whatever you do.